Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and Restless just revealed Aristotle Dumas' true identity. Plus, is Billy being played? Young and Restless remains a hot mess. Please see last week's rant, as I'm well past the risk of repeating myself on that topic. Focusing on this week and beyond, Amanda's return brought with it hints that dropped like anvils as to Dumas' real identity. Dumas exposed. After watching Friday's scenes with Amanda, Devin, Nate, and Lily, I feel 90% sure that Aristotle Dumas is Kane Ashby, who will be played by Billy Flynn. Kane's been gone from Genoa City the correct amount of time. He admires Neil, would be happy about Lily, Devin, and Nate working together to take their family business to new heights, and it's believable that he would have recruited Amanda. There are a few questions to be answered, however. The first, where did he get the money to become a tycoon? Kane returned Devin's billions that had been stolen by his father Colin and hidden in the Maldives, but it took a while. Perhaps Kane got his start from the interest the fortune garnered whilst in Colin's account? Second, why would he want to help Billy? It's believable that Kane might be upset about Jill selling Chancellor to Victor, considering his loyalty to Catherine, but it's the part about him reaching out to Billy that gives me pause. Though they did forge a truce at one point, it was Billy that told Lily about Kane kissing Victoria while she was in jail, and that led to the end of his marriage. Kane actually decked Billy for tattling. Moreover, given Kane as Dumas knows everything about the Winters' recent history, he'd know Billy fired Lily. So, it's hard to believe he'd want to help him get Chancellor back. It's not impossible. Perhaps he agrees with Victor that his ex-wife is better off at Winters, but we have to consider the idea that perhaps he's setting Billy up. If so, why would Amanda go along with it? She did make a point of saying she didn't like what Billy did to Lily. Finally, Dumas being Kane also explains why he'd allow Lily to be given the false impression that Damien was up to no good so as to thwart any growing connection between them. But there's another question. Did Dumas/Kane know Damien was linked to Nate when he hired him to run two companies? If not, it's quite the coincidence. Do you think Dumas is Kane?
Vote.
Nothing made me happier this week than how rattled Devin was by Amanda. Sally's meditation for Billy was lovely, but I don't tune into soaps to see characters becoming less dramatic. Sharon and Phyllis seem destined to land back in a triangle with Nick. For all her protestations about not allowing anyone to control her life again after Jordan, Claire's totally allowing Victor to do it. Audra taunted Kyle and pushed his buttons knowing he'd take action that would ultimately blow up his own relationship.
Kinda brilliant.
Holden's going to be a thorn in her side, though. Storylines gone missing. What's going on with Taraya and the big secret? What's going on with Cole? Is he dying or not? Why doesn't Nikki have MS anymore? Okay, we won't dig that deep. Until next week, folks. The opinions expressed are my own. Please feel free to share your thoughts on this week's Young and Restless in the comments. It's the moment fans have been whispering about for months. The enigmatic Aristotle Dumas, the mysterious figure whose presence has loomed over the young and the restless like a storm cloud over Genoa City, has finally been unmasked. And the shockwaves from this reveal are only just beginning to ripple through the canvas. In true soap opera fashion, the long-simmering questions surrounding Dumas have exploded into a storyline that threatens not only corporate empires and legacy families, but also the very heart of one of the show's most complex antiheroes, Billy Abbott. Let's break down exactly who Aristotle Dumas is, how his secret identity reshapes the narrative, and whether Genoa City's most charming gambler is being led straight into a trap. Who is Aristotle Dumas? The shocking reveal. For months, viewers have watched as Aristotle Dumas wove his web, first as a philanthropic investor, then as a thought leader with mysterious connections in Europe, and most recently, as a consulting strategist who somehow inserted himself into every major business storyline on the canvas. His slick style, cryptic quotes, and curious access to private information made him both fascinating and terrifying. But now we know Aristotle Dumas is actually Asher Winters. Yes, a presumed dead half-brother of Neil Winters, whose existence was whispered about but never confirmed. Until now. Raised abroad after a secret affair between Neil's estranged father and a French journalist, Asher took on the name Aristotle Dumas to distance himself from the Winters legacy he felt betrayed by. And now, after years in exile, financially empowered, intellectually sharpened, and emotionally cold, he's returned with a plan to claim everything he believes is rightfully his. The Winters family bombshell. The impact of this revelation is seismic, particularly for Devon Hamilton, who had slowly begun warming to Dumas' business propositions and even trusted him with aspects of Chancellor Winters' strategy. Now, knowing Dumas shares his bloodline, the betrayal stings tenfold. Lily is also reeling. For her, the news hits close to the heart. Not only does she have to reckon with what this means for her father's memory, but she must also confront the question, did she let this man too close to her family and her company? One insider from production shares, this isn't a one-and-done twist. This is a full Winters family reckoning. Aristotle, or Asher, is here to stay. And he's not playing nice. Why the alias? A backstory built on pain. According to recently aired flashbacks and exposition, Asher/Aristotle grew up largely ignored by the Winters family after Neil's father denied paternity and buried the affair. Despite this, Asher excelled in academia, eventually earning degrees in behavioral psychology and financial theory, giving him the perfect toolkit to manipulate everyone around him. His transformation into Aristotle Dumas wasn't just about hiding his identity, it was about creating a persona powerful enough to command respect and revenge. Fans have begun comparing Dumas to classic soap villains with layers, a sort of Victor Kiriakis meets Stefano Di Mera energy, but make no mistake, Dumas isn't cartoonish. He's cold, brilliant, and frighteningly believable. Where Billy Abbott fits in, Mark or mastermind. While the Winters family reels, another subplot demands attention and scrutiny, Billy Abbott's entanglement with Dumas. Initially wary of Dumas' presence at Chancellor Winters, Billy has since become one of his unlikely confidants. Whether this was due to Billy's persistent search for validation or Dumas' skillful emotional manipulation is still up for debate. But now that we know who Dumas really is, fans are asking, is Billy being played? Or is he in on it? Let's explore both theories. Theory 1. Billy is being played like a fiddle. Dumas, with his background in psychology, may have pegged Billy as the perfect pawn. Impulsive, insecure, and perpetually at odds with the Newman and Abbott clans, Billy is vulnerable to anyone who offers him purpose and admiration. Dumas' frequent philosophical chats with Billy, often centered around redefining legacy and breaking free from family constructs, may have been crafted to build trust and isolate him from his usual support system, like Lily, Jack, and even Chelsea. If Billy continues down this path, he could find himself exposed, professionally and emotionally. And with Dumas gunning for Chancellor Winters, it's only a matter of time before the fallout hits the boardroom and the bedroom. Theory 2. Billy knows more than he's letting on. Alternatively, what if Billy isn't the mark, but the counterplayer? Some fans believe Billy is onto Dumas and is playing along to uncover the truth. Remember, this is a man who once faked a gambling relapse to expose Adam Newman. He's no stranger to long cons. If this is true, we may see Billy turn the tables in a big way. His ability to charm while lying has served him before. Could he be using Dumas' trust to get ahead of a corporate coup? Either way, Billy's current role is central. And with his history of self-sabotage, it's impossible to tell if he's the hero or about to become the biggest fool in Genoa City. Romantic repercussions. Chelsea, Lily, and a mystery woman? With Billy caught in the Dumas drama, his romantic future is also in question. His co-parenting dynamic with Chelsea is calm for now. But Chelsea may be less tolerant if she finds out Billy is entangled in schemes that could impact their son Connor's stability. She's worked hard to rebuild her life, and the last thing she needs is Billy dragging her into another emotional hurricane. Meanwhile, things with Lily remain tense. The fallout from their breakup never fully settled, and Dumas' manipulation may reignite old wounds, especially if Lily feels Billy chose sides. And then there's the mysterious woman spotted in recent episodes having coffee with Dumas, a woman who seemed to know Billy very well. Could she be part of Dumas' past, or Billy's? What Dumas really wants. Make no mistake, Aristotle Dumas didn't return to Genoa City for nostalgia. He wants power. Specifically, control over Chancellor Winters and access to the Newman Abbott business elite.
Why?
To assert the Winters name as a force, not a footnote. He believes Devon and Lily squandered Neil's legacy by entangling it with two feuding families. Dumas aims to extract Winters' legacy from what he calls the grasp of legacy parasites. His words, not ours. But it goes deeper. Asher feels his very existence was erased. This isn't just a business move, it's emotional warfare. And everyone who ever benefited from Neil's legacy while he lived in obscurity is now on his target list. Where it goes from here. Plot predictions. As the story develops, here are a few plot lines we expect to emerge. A boardroom bloodbath. Chancellor Winters will become ground zero for a hostile takeover, with Dumas manipulating stockholders and employees alike. Faith in crisis. Dumas may reach out to Devon and Lily's extended family, including Moses and even Faith, to fracture loyalties. Victor Newman's counterstrike. Don't be surprised if Victor steps in. The Winters' legacy was one of the few things he respected, and Dumas threatening that balance may trigger the mustache's wrath. A shocking betrayal. Someone close to the family, possibly Amanda Sinclair or even Nate Hastings, may be revealed as having aided Dumas, knowingly or not. Billy's breaking point. Whether he's being played or playing along, Billy's involvement will push him toward a psychological cliff. We may see the return of his dissociative tendencies, or worse, a relapse. Fan reactions. This is the best twist in years. Social media is ablaze with reaction to Dumas' true identity. I screamed. Literally screamed. We've needed a winter storyline like this for years. At Wire Addict 2025, Asher Winters is terrifying and brilliant. They better not redeem him too fast. At Soap Queen Casey, Billy better not be dumb enough to fall for this. But let's be honest, it's Billy. At Abbott Trouble, this is giving 90s YNR villain energy. I'm here for the long game. At Victor Fan for life. Clearly, fans are ready to see this story dominate summer and possibly shift the power structure of the show. Closing thoughts. Dumas has entered the chat, and everything has changed. By revealing Aristotle Dumas as Asher Winters, the young and the restless has cracked open a storyline rich with history, character depth, and emotional stakes. It's not just about revenge. It's about identity, legacy,
Power.
and yes, manipulation. And at the center of the storm is Billy Abbott, who may either be Dumas' biggest casualty or his biggest threat.